Hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce a new feature that has just been released, which is AI customization. So for that you need to go to this tab. If you have a multi-site, don't worry, it's planned for. We will link the brand voice, so the customization, to your site directly each time. So there, I've made a few examples to show you. This one that I just created right now. So look, there you go. When we create it, we need to put the company's name, link it to your site, the industry. So either you know it, or if it's for your clients directly, as a consultant, you put it in OpenAI, you input the site and ask for the industry, the slogan, etc. Or you can retrieve it directly from the client's website. So the goal is to be as precise as possible, to have the client slogan, the target audience, the tone. So after there are all the tones, so I often leave it on professional anyway. The company description, the more detailed it is, the better. So for today's example, it's an architect in Toulouse called eeat. So then we included the company description, since when it has existed. It's necessary to go into great detail about the author. So you fill that in if it's not already integrated into your blog, because the objective is for the AI to know the author, to know directly their social networks and what they have done, etc. To put it at the end of the article, to add the author tag. And in the article, sometimes there may be quotes, well, not quotes, but examples based on the services we included below. So here, the services, I listed all the services he offers. So here, we can see it in your projects. For example, I listed all the projects. So here, architect, gym, restaurant, etc. We can add more. To add more, we press the little plus. We specify if it's a product or a service. If it's an e-commerce, for example, we can include category pages, which can be interesting. It will create automated internal linking. So here we click on services. Yes, architect, Toulouse. So okay, then we press update. And once we've done that, normally, there you go, it's activated. If it's deactivated, in fact, when you have two brand voices for the same brand, you can either delete one or activate it, which will deactivate the previous one. But that one was a draft, so we can delete it, and there you go. So there, we stick with the reconstruction. We're going to go to any article generation, office layout, for example, there. So office layout or layout of a commercial space. So we are going to write an article on the layout of a commercial space. You can do it. It will be for all articles. So you can do it for an article that depends on keyword generators, but also on semantic clusters and the topic generator. So here we found some topics. How to optimize the layout of a store to boost sales in 2025. That's perfect. We often add dates in H1 titles. The goal is to also have a date in the SEO meta tag. This improves the click-through rate. You can also remove it later once the article is written. So here we see the plan, always the same plans. They are highly detailed plans based on what was scraped before from Google's results. And so now we are going to start writing the article and see the new V2 articles of the platform. The article is ready. So here we put view, and then we see the very detailed article which directly talks about the brand. So at eeat Constructor, Architect and Project Manager in Toulouse, we support. And so every time, so here, these are internal link suggestions. You can also remove them. But each time it mentions, for example, architect of commerce or store for shops, it will link directly to your services. Same for sports stores, for grocery stores, etc. The goal is that each time, so there, like here, when he talks about e-reconstruction, there should be a link to the homepage. The goal is to facilitate the internal image, to increase the AT by really talking about the brand, and not have generic articles that can be created on the fly with an AI, any. The goal is to truly personalize the articles. So here, we see that they are highly personalized. At the end, there is a brief conclusion on the little about the author section that helps to lend credibility to the article, to say, well, here it is, it's really an architect who reviewed this article. Even if it was made by the AI, it's not very serious. The goal is to be able to say, well, here it is, it has been reviewed, and everything included is verified. So there we can add a small space, remove conclusion. After that, it's up to you to format your articles, but the article is well detailed, and we can see that there is 3,000 words. So there you go. These are quite hefty articles, and you can then lighten them directly. You know how to do it directly with the AI integrated here. Simplify or summarize to shorten a little if you find it a bit too long. So there you go.